I feel like the second I left, yeah, I'm not gonna lie, guys, this just tilts the fuck out of me. This is the Rin route.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Everything happened. This is why I don't take vacations. Welcome back. It's been 2 weeks. My Twitch channel is absolutely dead, and so is my YouTube channel. But we're gonna work on reviving and resuscitating everything by going over everything that happened. So basically, if you guys don't know, I feel like you have to have been living under a rock to not know what's happened. They've drip marketed the fake characters. Now, I'm gonna be honest, I kind of thought they weren't gonna do that, or they were gonna wait for it. I don't know what the reasoning is, but I just kind of had this hunch that they were gonna like drip market them late. Free Archer versus Quantum Male. Yeah, well, because if they made a Quantum Female free, they would have lost money. You know what I want to see, chat? Archer is Quantum. I want to see Sparkle buffs as a result of Archer just being goated. I want to see Sparkle stonks go up. Imagine Archer is a character that uses multiple skill points. And let's say with 0 skill points, his basic attack is just like he just shoots up an arrow. Right? Then 1 skill point, 1 blade. 2 skill points, 2 blades. 3 skill points, unlimited blade work. No, he can't do that because his ult. I think his ult is going to be unlimited blade works, chat. I don't think it's going to be raw ice. I think that would make sense. More unlimited blade work swords accompanying his attacks with each skill point. Yeah, it just, I mean, maybe his ult will be like that arrow that blows up against Berserker, but honestly, it didn't seem that strong. Archer having unlimited blade works and not erudition. Kind of sus. Yeah, you know what? I do wonder, like, is this guy going to be ass, guys? Because he's Hunt. Like, think about it. Is this guy gonna just be straight ass, or are they gonna make him the exception? Because in the show, he's kind of an exception. Again, I don't want to spoil anything, but in the show, he's kind of an exception, right? So is he gonna be an exception to the Hunt class? You know, I actually realized that the reason that this guy is Quantum is because Quantum motherfuckers just make shit. When you're playing Qingxue, she makes the tile. She cheats. And she creates the tile with Quantum. So this motherfucker is creating the swords with Quantum. It should have been imaginary. I agree. But if you compare it to Qingxue, is Fei Xiao ass? Okay, Fei Xiao is an erudition character hidden as a Hunt character. Thoughts? Because you kill an ad and then she attacks another ad. So basically she's erudition. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, that character's Giga Hunt. But the thing is, Fei Xiao is literally made that way she can be like strong, even outside of just like one boss. Even against multiple bosses, that character is good because she just does enough damage. And that's the problem with Hunt, is like Hunt characters, no matter what, if they don't do enough damage, they're shit. Which isn't a problem as much for like destruction characters, right? Because destruction characters can do the same amount as Hunt, but since they're hitting left and right side, they're automatically adding more value. And the same thing with erudition, right? Erudition characters can do like shit damage, but because they're hitting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 enemies, it's better. Surely it'll be fine, guys. Surely it'll be fine. Am I gonna E6 S5 both though? Oh, that is the question. That is the question. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, guys. This just tilts the f out of me. This actually just tilts the f out of me, chat. Like, how the f are you going to put an entire summoning system in your game? How are you gonna take an entirely new system that makes an entirely new path, Remembrance, and how are you gonna take an IP that is based on summoning, and how are you gonna take that IP that is based on summoning and the new path that is based on summoning, put them together, and not have the characters summon the character? It doesn't make any sense. It does not make sense why they're not having Emiya and Rin summon Saber and Archer, because then we could have had 4 characters instead of 2. And even though they would have been member sprites, all you have to do, this is literally all you have to do to make this work. All you have to do is have Emiya instantly summon Saber with skill, action forward 100%, boom, that's it. Now you have 4 collab characters for the price of 2, and everyone's satisfied. Everyone got their favorite except for Gilgamesh mains. I'm sorry, everyone who wants Gilgamesh to be playable, that was never gonna happen because they made Mighty, who is 100% based on Gilgamesh. They did that. I was really hoping Ryder would also be playable. I thought that would be cool. But anyways, it just doesn't make sense. It was so easy. The answer was right there in front of him. It would have made this the most perfect collab of all time. It would have been absolutely fantastic, but instead they decided to over the main heroine of the route, which is Rin. This is the Rin route. This is her shit. It doesn't make any sense to not put her in the thing. And you know how I know she's not going to be an NPC? Everyone's like, oh, she might be an NPC. No, you know how I know she's not going to be an NPC? Because Archer is free and Archer is her servant, and that means we're gonna summon Archer as a f***ing trailblazer, which means that Rin is not gonna make a f***ing appearance. Do you know that certain things weren't mandated by Type Moon? Oh, I know 100% they would have been okay adding Rin and Emiya. You know why I know that? Because Battle Cats got Rin and Emiya. Do you guys even know what the f*** Battle Cats is? Anyways. It doesn't make sense! Battle Cats clears HSR. Yeah, I'm sure all 3 people that play Battle Cats are stoked about that collab. And then we have f***ing Mahjong Soul doing the collab better than HSR too. Like, come on, man. This fucking mahjong game, bro. That's Heaven's Feel. To be fair though, Heaven's Feel, like, yeah, okay, Sakura's in here, but like Sakura's in Unlimited Blade Works. She's still relevant in the show. Sakura still plays a part. Like she doesn't just fucking vanish. But yeah, no, like if it was Unlimited Blade Works, Emi would be here instead of Sakura for sure. I mean, Rin wasn't featured because it was Heaven's Feel. Rin was featured because it was fucking Fate. Wait, Shadowverse did a collab? Ain't no way. Ain't no way. No way. Wait, they got Kirei? That's fucking insane. No fucking way. They got everybody, dude. They legit got fucking everybody. You know, Wua will add Rin if they do a collab with Fate because they hate men. You know what's sad too? Fate fans don't want to hear this. Fate fans really don't want to hear this, but HSR collab with Fate is the best Fate is ever going to look outside of the Heaven's Feel movies. And people are going to hate that I'm saying that. People probably already do hate that I'm saying that, but I'm just going to be honest, guys. Every Fate game we've ever had that's been 3D has been mid except for like Samurai Remnant. And even then, I don't hear anybody talking about that game. No 3D Rin though. Make a sparkle skin. Make a sparkle skin. Make a sparkle skin. Dude, okay. Make a sparkle skin. Make this guy use a ton of skill points. Make Sparkle his best in slot partner. Then you use the Rin skin on Sparkle. She buffs Archer. Insane. Absolute cinema. Is that legal? No. But yeah, I think the Saber redesign is whatever. I think it's like fine. I really like, chat, I really like what they did with the leggings and the boots, actually. I know people are like, oh no, her skirt is so short, but she has leggings on, chat. I think she looks great. Also, the dress is kind of long. Yeah, guys, I don't think it's that short. I think the art makes it look shorter than it is. It's honestly kind of long. I think it's fitting. It looks pretty long, chat. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, the wind is blowing it. Exactly. They redesigned the Fate original. Okay. No, I actually, so they said the original design, the original concept designer apparently was on this. It does say original concept artist, so that could still mean that they're just talking about the original Saber design and they're not talking about this design semantically. But we don't know because they haven't told us any other details. It was a very PR way of saying something that it might have not actually been made by him, but he worked on the original design. I think it would be stupid to not have the original concept designer on it. And I think that you guys are right in that that's what happened, but there technically is no confirmation. Original concept artist. See, if this just said concept artist, then I would have been like, okay, yeah, for sure. But I think original concept artist could technically imply that they just sent him the original concept art for Fate. And that's not actually in reference to these outfits. I want to believe that they were on it because I feel like that would make so much more sense. Either way, I'm fairly certain that they had the original concept designer at least looking at this design and going like, yeah, that's good, or yeah, no, it's not. Because when they do collabs, chat, when companies do collabs, they don't just say, all right, do whatever you want. They don't do that. They have to approve every single step of the way. They have to approve of all of the processes. So this was approved by the Fate team. Story supervisor. So we don't actually know. I think based on how they've worded what Xiaoji does, they said Xiaoji was a story supervisor for Amphorius, right? So that probably means that Nasu wrote a big part of it. But it's possible that Nasu didn't write it and he just okayed it. If Nasu didn't write it and he just okayed it, then this could be mid. But like, we'll see. We'll see what happens. How long will the story be? Oh man, if Nasu wrote it, the story's a 40-hour story. And if Nasu didn't write it, it's 8 hours. Wait, it's so pixelated. Hold on, it's so pixelated. Oh, it's so fucking fun. Dude, f you, Twitter. Oh my god, your compression is so dog shit. No way! No way! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! No way! Oh my god! So that's what it looks like if you're not a Fate fan and you react to it for likes on Twitter and Bilibili. How does the hands? Wait, the hands switch. Wait, the hands switch. Why did the hands swap? What the fuck? She's like doing the chant and then she's like, oh wait, my bad. I gotta, hold on, let me switch hands. Bro, there's no way. All right, that's getting fixed for the final game, right? That's getting fixed. Nah, that is super sick. I know. I hope they have the chant in like the 1x speed version. If they have the 1x speed one, that would be so sick. Yeah, no, that's so sick. What I really need, I need them to up the explosion sounds. The Heavens Feel movies, their sound design is f***ing awesome. Actually, it's just Fate in general. They like bass boost the f out of all the explosion sounds. It's like, it's actual ear porn the way they design the sounds. I would love if they did that shit in this. That does beg the question though, what the f am I gonna do with this account? Like genuinely, what the f am I gonna do with this account? Like I have just like so many polls now. I almost have 1,000 polls. Assuming that we can use these tickets. They said that it would be a special banner, but they didn't say it would be a different kind of ticket. They just said it was its own pity. So I'm coping that these tickets can be used. But even if they can't be used, I still have 831 polls. Like, so what the f am I gonna do with this? I guess I'll just spend it all on Dr. Ratio. I'm just kidding. You know what I think I'm gonna do, chat? You know what I think I'm gonna do? I think I'm gonna E6 Saber on this account. First off, this is a no pull account except for Fate, right? And you get Archer for free. So it would make sense for the account's progression to get Saber. But not only that, I want to E6 Archer on my main account. I want Archer to be maxed out on my main account. So what I think I might do is I might E6 Saber on this account and E6 Archer on my main. Having it be different tickets would be such an unnecessary PR nuke that I'm inclined to believe Hoyoverse might actually do it. Yeah, that's true.